What if we allowed cultural policy to be led by the ethics of care, where value is measured not in outputs, but in relationships sustained over time?
What if cultural policy began not with the coordinates of nationhood or the calculations of economic value, but with care as its guiding compass, relational and attentive to the lives it seeks to shape?
Between 2022 and 2024, we spoke with Indigenous, Black, and racialized artists in Western Canada.
Artists who collaborate with communities, work with cultural protocols, respond to individual and community needs, and combine care and artistic creation.
They are self employed artists, community builders, movers and shakers, facilitators, mentors, and cultural entrepreneurs.
And they often collaborate with mainstream organizations, venues, spaces to exhibit, stage, and share community stories. These organizations are usually governed by different set of values, schedules, and practices than those of the communities artists work with.
A tension arises. Artists are caught between expectations of the organizations, deadlines, budgets, contracts, deliverables, and the lived realities of communities and the work of building trust.
When talking about her collaboration with communities, one artist said, when we bring people together to share their personal stories, it's always about food.
A powerful reminder that cultural production and collective art making processes are embedded in awareness of and responsiveness to human needs and care, that culture and arts are first about creators than about what they create.
Another artist talking about the arts scene when growing up said, I don't see a place for myself as a brown artist.
An eye opener that existing art structures, such as galleries, theaters, educational institutions, and their boards, are not always accessible and inclusive.
Yet another artist said, when asked how he saw the role of artists in community, I see us as community builders and facilitators.
It brings into focus how artists can create space and mentorship for others who, like them, have faced marginalization.
As one Indigenous artist put it, relational accountability is the basis of all the work that I do.
Not financial, not transactional, but a commitment that endures beyond any contract.
Often in cultural policy, the economic value of the art is a key area of emphasis, particularly in justifying public investment, promoting creative industries, and linking culture to broader economic development strategies.
Cultural policy often aims to build national identity and promote social cohesion, but in doing so, it can marginalize or exclude those who don't fit the dominant narrative.
An ethics of care approach prioritizes relationships, responsibility, empathy, equity, and community well-being. It stems from feminist ethics and social justice thinking, emphasizing care as a central organizing principle, not a secondary concern.
Care-based cultural policy moves beyond economic metrics to include social, emotional, and relational outcomes. It prioritizes cultural labor, community engagement, and healing practices as legitimate contributions to public life. It is both human and non-human centered.
Care-based cultural policy encourages organizations to be open and responsive to diverse cultural epistemologies, not just dominant frameworks. It weaves art and culture within the rest of human society.
It shifts institutions from acting as gatekeepers to acting as collaborators and caretakers. It helps ensure that policy reflects lived realities and is rooted in care, not just compliance and completion of projects.
It promotes long-term investment that build capacity, aims for personal, relational, and artistic growth, rather than project-based or competitive short-term funding models. It encourages ethical labor conditions in the cultural sector.
Imagine a cultural policy where care is not an afterthought, but the foundation.
From the ground up, we can build something better, something rooted and care. Thank you.